OJ here. It's coffee time, but then it's always coffee time, right? So, it's been a busy week, and we're just going to do a little road trip here. We're going to go and pick our granddaughter Emberly up. Haven't seen her for a couple weeks, so we're going to go and pick her up for the weekend. And we're going to take you guys along with us, just for a cruise. And we'll show you a little bit of what we see on the way to Portage. As we're driving along here, you'll see we're crossing the Assiniboine River, which is only about 10 minutes north of us there. Distance there, you can see CFB Shiloh. It's a military base, which we used to live just outside of Shiloh there before we moved to where we are. So off to your right there, we tried to show you where we used to live. You can see some houses off to the distance there with spruce trees. Well, that's where we used to live before we moved to Wawanesa. And this is Cottonwood Acres here, and about 30 years ago we used to live there too. We lived in a lot of places. I'll maybe make a video about that someday where we go around and, well, we used to live here, we used to live there. So we're just coming up to the intersection with we call the Low Road, or Veterans Way, and still heading northwards. Off to your left there, I got a point in there, you see windrows of where the plows have gone through and made big mounds of snow there, so when the snow is blowing across there, it catches the snow. Now we're crossing, it's a big slough. This slough goes for miles and miles and miles, both east and west, and it's a great place for bird watching. And just off to your right there, where you see a sign there that for bird watchers, and now we're just going to go through Douglas here, and we'll get up onto the Trans-Canada Highway. So here we are. We're just pulling onto the Trans-Canada Highway, heading east towards Winnipeg, but we're going to Portage. And I used to do this for every day for 2 years once we moved there, and it got old real fast. Off to your right there is the old number 1. We used to wind through the hills there, and you didn't fall asleep on that highway. Now we're just off to your right here. We used to live right in there, and since we moved, well, that house is burnt down. As we get closer here, we're going to come up to Carberry, where I grew up. As you see there, Danica gave me one of those neck pillows there, and works great for driving, and gets you most headrests. You almost have to be lying down for them to be any good.
off there, that was Roadside Park. I think that's what they still call it. And more hills. And you come up on a big plateau and they come down. Well, guess what I hit on the very bottom here? Yep, a big buck. And it fits right nicely in the cavity of a Dodge Ram. Now we're coming up to Sydney here, and just 8 miles south, that's where Deb grew up, and the big metropolis of Sydney here. Just inside there, where the camera's pointing there now, that's Freedom, Manitoba. It's a place for if you have addictions. And we just passed Austin, and now we're skipped ahead of there, and we're going by McGregor, and we're getting closer to Portage. Now we're coming up to the what we call the halfway tree. It used to come from Carberry and go into Winnipeg, and it was kind of halfway between Carberry and Winnipeg. And a lot of people have stopped taking pictures there. Now we're getting close to Portage here, and we're going to get into some road construction, of course. And just over there to the north there, we used to live just 1 mile down that road there where that clump of trees is. And we lived there for a few years. We always seem to be doing road construction along this highway here, and of course we wanted to turn left here, and this truck and trailer, well, they decided they didn't want to turn on the on the road, or they just kind of plowed right through. So we had to kind of make a little bit of a detour. So we had to go down the highway a little further, and then now we're turned ourselves around, and we're working our way back, and we'll get back onto the road that should have brought us into Portage. Now we're right in Portage here, and we're just going to take a cruise down the Crescent. I think it's called Crescent Road. But off to your right there, that's Crescent Lake, and it's kind of a horseshoe lake, and it's a little island over there, and there'll be piles of geese in there. Look at those benches in there, lots of benches. For those people who like to go hunting geese, they're just jealous because they get all these geese there and they can't hunt them. Great place for rinks and stuff along the ice. Across over there is home of the Portage Terriers. We used to run the big horn there when the terriers scored. I used to run that when we used to live there, and Justin used to do the videoing of the terriers there.
There's another rink.
See some more people there. They're skating and whatnot. There's a guy on skis and he's got this kite thing. I don't know. I guess it's called wind skiing or whatever. And he was having a hard time getting going, but he did end up getting going. And a little different. I don't know if that'd be something for me. I think I'd be well grounded, but somebody that was a little lighter, they might end up going for a fly up in the air, maybe. I don't know.
Anyways, I guess we better go pick my little girl up. So it just wouldn't be the same coming to Portage without stopping at Jimmy's for a fat boy. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to enjoy this burger. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye for now. Oh my. Just a love in a bun. So you know it's always coffee time, right? So it's 5:30, and guess what? It's dark out. This is why I'm having a hard time getting my videos in. Anyways, we're gonna go get some coffee.
Well, as you can see there, the truck is getting pulled out with a tow truck there, and they got the RCMP there. And now we're heading back to Wawanesa, leaving Portage. And yes, it's dark out. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.